That's your baby, isn't it, I believe?
Well, I'm the host of the radio with the founder, Sam, and it's Paravoice Network is our network, and PSHRadio is the actual show. We're off there at the moment. We're just moving over platforms onto a new platform.
Excellent.
And we'll be back on air shortly. So.
Oh, brilliant. So I'll listen to I'll listen to them on occasion. It's very interesting. I see then. So how long has it Paramania been? How long's the radio been going then? How long for? Paramania Radio.
We've been going for, this is our third year.
Third year, all right.
Yeah, we're into our third year.
Excellent.
We started off 3 years ago. I was actually on air. I was one of the first few guests that Sam had on. And then Sam asked me to do my own show, which was CJ Paranormal Talks 2. And then after we went off air with that one, Sam asked me to co-host the main show on we were doing it on a Thursday and a Saturday night. Yeah. We also do discussion shows. We discuss paranormal and everything like that. Similar
format what we do as well. We've only been going a year, so we're mere rookies compared to you. So we're making up as we go along, actually, sort of thing. We hardly script anything, we have sort of, I put sort of just an idea on there and probably a guest topic. And there's nothing scripted. I've never scripted anything in my life. It's all off our heads. So I don't know if you work in that parameter. I don't know.
Absolutely, I do exactly the same. Sam's the brains behind it. She does all the studio, books the guests. So I just come on and waffle about what I enjoy talking about. So that's how we do it. And it seems to work well.
She's the power beyond the throne. She does sets up everything for you to just come on and do the show. That's great, that, So Kieran's my...
That's exactly.
Yeah, Kieran's the brains behind the show here. He sets it all up for me. I'll just ring in and get on the show and just start talking. It's his baby. It's his baby as well. Isn't it, Kieran? You're you set everything up smoothly and when it goes well. Most of the time it does, on occasion there are glitches, but it's beyond our powers really. Sometimes it's just the actual blog talk application goes haywire and there's nothing we can do about it. So it's beyond Kieran's in control, You're at the nursery. We are really at the nursery of technology half the time. We really are.
We are.
So annoying, it really is. Especially if that's the worst nightmare scenario is if it breaks off. God forbidding not with you or any guests. We break off halfway through with interviewing a guest. I think I've been up.
It's happened. Yeah.
I would not say that. That might be sort of God forbid.
It'll happen. It's done it to us a few times. We've been like mid-interview and
that's terrible.
Blog Talk has decided to play up and or the guest can't get on. And
that's right.
I had the same issue. Literally 5 minutes before the show, my PC crashed.
Oh no!
Quickly restarting it, but luckily I got back.
Dreadful, because a different package of Blog Talk Radio can get different. Because everything's paid, you got to pay for it, obviously. There's different packages you can get. There's the basic, medium, there's the top one, isn't it? I suppose as well, I hope I will go. I'm not careful what I say. Tempting fate by saying that. Hope everything goes well tonight so far, anyway. But we've had problems with it in the past, and last week we had audio problems, and we just hope, fingers crossed, everything goes well with you tonight. Carl, we really do. Yeah. So, what else do you do apart from radio? Do you do lectures? Do you do investigations yourself? You must be more in your feathers in your hat than just the radio station, surely.
Yeah. No, I've been investigating the paranormal for 19, 20 years.
Really, that long? My God.
Yeah. I've been investigating quite a while. Started off as most people out there will do as a paying guest at a public event, and sort of just wanted to see what it was like, and went along. And stuff intrigued me, so I went on more and more, and then ended up working for an events team.
Oh yeah.
And then I did that for a few years, and then just basically, it's all about investigating and stuff like that, just basically. But my passion at the moment is obviously the radio, because I enjoy talking to like-minded people about the paranormal and about equipment. So
that's the same here. I was sort of looking out all these groups and not getting really involved. Appreciate what the radio stations now. I'm fully more involved with it now. We've got our own group now, Coventry Warwickshire Paranormal Investigators, and we've got the sister, well, it's Coventry Warwickshire Paranormal Talk Radio, which is kind of a sister, two operations we've got under one umbrella, really, sort of. And it's great to get involved like that. I never thought I'd get involved, and Kieran come along with the idea of a station. That's what we did. So it's brilliant. It's fantastic. We're planning to do. Coventry Warwickshire Paranormal Investigator. We're planning to do investigate haunted battlefields in the Midlands. That's what we plan to do as well. Not too distant future. Well, Naseby and I think Bosworth and battlefields like that in the Midlands around that area. Edge Hill and all that. We're going to do that spring.
I've been to Boswell.
Oh, you have Bosworth. Oh, yeah. Bosworth battlefield in Leicestershire.
Yeah. I've been to Boswell.
All right. That's our big baby. That's our big project we got in the pipeline for this April, actually. So I never thought like you. I was just looking out on it, looking out from the outside. Now I'm fully involved in it. It's absolutely fantastic. Really eye-opening. All the groups and people like you coming on the show, fantastic. It's great. It is.
Yeah, I must admit, I was exactly the same. It was a hobby that I was doing.
Yeah.
I didn't think that I would ever be in the situation to do a radio show or do the doors that open the stuff that I've been doing. It's just incredible.
Yeah, I'm going to thank Kieran for that. His ideas to bring up the radio station as well. So an opportunity just arose. All right, I jumped on it. I jumped at the chance.
Yeah,
fantastic. So Kieran, ask away, mate. I'll just keep hogging all the questions. Got any questions for Carl?
Yeah. What do you for a beginner like me and Matt? What do you recommend for equipment wise? You know what I mean? Like go on eBay, Amazon, or buy something expensive. What for a beginner? What do you reckon we will need for the basics?
I think personally, if you're first starting out, like when I first started out, you can go down two routes. You can basically, if money's no object, you can get all the bells, whistles, flashy lights, all the things you see on Ghost Adventurers, Haunted Collector, all the paranormal shows. So you'll get this, that, and the other. But what I would suggest to anybody first starting out is all you need really is a decent digital camera. You don't really need to spend an awful lot of money, but a good digital recorder. Notepad and pen. And if you can afford it, like a video camera, a night shot video camera that basically can film in night vision, and a good IR light. That's really all you need to start off with. You can go out and buy the millimeters, the Vibe pods, the REM pods, the CLR camera, etc. But initially, when you're first going out, you'll just open your senses, open yourself up a little bit more, and basically use what you know, how you feel. Because I've always said that the best bit of equipment any paranormal investigator can have is their own body, because your own body does exactly what all the equipment does. If you want a heat sense, you've got goosebumps, static, your hair stand on end, your equilibrium, etc., and everything like that.
Good idea. I never thought of that. Yeah. Your own body. It's never mentioned that in. That's excellent. Yes, your own body in itself is a good thing for protecting paranormal. Yeah, like sensations and visual things as well. So yeah. You ever see Zach and Aaron Goodwin? Oh, look at my goddamn goosebumps! Look at that, Aaron. You know? There are no goosebumps, those two, aren't they? It's just, and you look at the camera. I think it shows up the IR light a lot the bumps seem to show a lot better in detail on the infrared light as well. I've noticed that you can see the bumps. I don't know what would, and there's some kind of presence there that the feeling they detect that the temperatures of the room has gone cold or something, and hence the goosebumps. And
it can be two things really. It can be. It can either be a change in the atmosphere, so your body can react to hot or cold, i.e. producing goosebumps. If it's anything to do with like there is static energy in the air, or there's a reaction to your body, that will produce obviously the hair standing up.
The back of your neck.
The fight or flight response that your body has. But all the equipment that you see on the TV, all the equipment you can buy wherever you buy it from, your body can nearly enough recreate everything that does. Obviously,
excellent. That's a bloody. Sorry, I swear, a blooming good point. I want to say, that's a blooming good point. That because it's the other equipment that one of the best. Is your own body itself as detecting things. That's right. I'll keep that in mind. What do you think of using thermal cameras and things like that?
I think when it comes to anything visual, anything that helps you see into the darkness that your natural eye cannot see, is good. So, the IR light that you get for night vision cameras, the stuff that appears green, very good because you can see further, you can see what's happening in there. Thermal, I think, has its place. I think thermal cameras are very useful because it can pick up on things that the human eye cannot see. It can pick up on cold spots, hot spots. It can pick up on drafts. It can pick up on all sorts. And obviously, if you're in a location where you know where everybody is, and that you can account for everybody, and you've got the camera going down a corridor, and you're picking up a cold shape. That's
right.
And you know it. You can pick up on it. It's something that the human eye cannot help. So anything that helps you to enhance the human eye, or even the human ear, I think is very useful. Anything that's like makes the sound louder.
Because I see
quality videos, I think is very useful.
So I was watching a Ghost Adventures episode, and they had the heat-seeking camera then. And of course, we give off a signature, a yellow, red, God knows what. And this figure, and all of them were accounted for. Zach and Nick Roth at the time. It was an old episode. It's one where they had this hotel was built over this river, where this girl had drowned in 1918. And they're doing an investigation there, and they picked up this anomaly. There was no heat signature at all on it. It was just purple or bluey purple kind of colour, or purple. I can't remember the colour of it. But there was no heat signature. But you could definitely see a figure that was swayed from side to side. And that'd be quite exciting, picking something up like that. And they went to the spot where it was, and I don't know if they picked up an EVP. I don't know. Very exciting to get something like that, isn't it? A human figure, and there's no heat signature like it was something's alive now. That's something really is quite.
With thermal cameras, because obviously the way it works, it baselines the reading of where it looks at. So it's looking at anomalies in its line of sight. So if you're picking up on a hot area and the surrounding area is cold, obviously that's where the colour goes. So it'll start yellow, red, and then it'll go out to the various different other colours. If you're filming outside, it can pick up on things, obviously animals, but you've also got to remember it will pick up on reflections. So if you're facing, you've got the camera and you're facing, say, a surface that reflects, your body heat will reflect off the mirror surface and will what I describe as a false reading, because it will look like it's a cold shape, because obviously it's not the exact heat that you are, but it will look like there's a heat signature, but it's a reflective surface. So what I would recommend if you're filming with a thermal is to, before you start filming, when you do your walk around before you go into an investigation and you're taking your baseline readings, check for reflective surfaces, because you can be in pitch darkness and you've got there, and it could be like a shiny cupboard, or it could be something different.
So you reflected the PIC, reflected the person's
it will bounce off things.
So if you get this irregular reading and they come up, do you think that's a ghost? It's just your own signature.
Yes.
Your heat signature reflecting off the shiny surface.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah,
that's a good hint. That's a good tip. That for any budding investigators out there. So I'll keep that in mind myself. If I ever buy it, we get invest in a thermal camera, like I said. Thank you very much. That's very, very interesting. Very good hints there. Any other hints? Any sort of hints and advice you can give to sort of budding paranormal investigators in general?
I think the main thing that I would suggest to anybody that is looking to investigate or go out, and there's two ways to do it. You can either your mate or whatever, never investigate on your own. Never investigate on your own. If you are going to investigate on your own, always tell somebody where you are, and that always
I did that on my own. I did tell everybody where I was. I was on my own. I did an ancient full crossing there, not far from where I live. Goes back centuries there. I did a investigation there on my own, but I didn't think I caught anything that night. It was very windy, a lot of animals around, but not to be. But it was a willing experience. So it's just one of my first investigations. So it just.
I think another tip is, if you're doing EVPs or electronic voice phenomena, do a test before you go out. I.e., speak normally into the recorder and then whisper into the recorder, and get everybody that is going out on that, because if you're on an investigation and you've got a digital recorder going and somebody whispers, the sound can carry and can potentially give you a false EVP, because you're thinking that is something there when somebody could have been whispering behind you or part of the group. So when you put it through analysis, always have a baseline, so you know the people that are going out there, so you can then say, right, okay, this is this person. And if you are in an investigation when somebody is doing an EVP, if you do make a noise, if you do speak, always speak loudly and say, this is a tag for the video recorder, because potentially you could be reviewing this a couple of days later and you won't remember, Dan said,
my goodness. So always document it. Always document
it up. So always, if you make a noise, move, step, or anything that potentially, when there's an EVP recording going on, always tag it clearly on that, because it will help you with your review as well.
Yeah, I see. Document it. Yeah.
Document it and just say, right, for the tape that was me moving, for the tape I whispered, for the tape I did this.
It's very easy done to not document it. You think somebody's whispered, there's an EVP. Oh, got an EVP, and it's not the case. Sorry?
Never whisper on an investigation. Probably one of the biggest things.
Say no whispering, full stop. That'd be a lot.
Yeah.
Because
if you do your voice sounds so different when you whisper, when you record, because it will sound, and especially if you have a tag, you could be picking up somebody whispering, and you might think, oh, that's a great EVP, blah, 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 when in fact it was your mate asking somebody what the time was, or whatever like that, or stuff like that.
So the only time they should be saying things when you're asking questions to a spirit, but I try and keep the noise to the minimum, whispering, none of, out of questions, no-nos, aren't they?
Yeah. Obviously, investigation is serious business, but you can have a laugh on an investigation. I always describe it as, if you're trying to attract spirits or ghosts or whatever you want to call them, it's a bit like as a living person. If you walk into a bar and it's completely silent and everybody turns around and looks at you, you ain't going to stand there. But if you go into a bar or a restaurant where there's a good atmosphere, there's a little bit of jovial, and it feels good, I think personally that's what attracts spirits. Okay, So.
Oh, yes, that's another way. That's a good point there. Yeah, excellent.
Would you need any protection though, or when you're going on there, some kind of protection? Yeah, would you?
I'm pretty. I should do. I should protect, but I always don't. And it. My way of looking at protection, and I would always say to people who are going out for the first time or people who are going to get protected, but I never did. And the only reason I never did, and this is only my own personal opinion on it, is I was always wanting stuff to happen. I was always willing stuff to happen, and my eyes were that if I protected, that's going to stop potential activity happening. So I never did. And that's probably wrong in my in an ideal world, but that's just my personal view. But if you're a beginner and you're going out for the first time and you're doing investigations, if it's a public event or private event, yeah, take a bit of protection or do a bit of protection. Do the big ball of light, ground yourself, etc., etc. You can never be too careful.
Yeah, it's best to be safe than sorry. If people feel happy with that, by all means, yeah. Oh God, yes. I'll keep that one in mind if we ever decide to get some ear replaced, bit of protection. Yeah.
No, because I hear about it. People protecting themselves. I know some people as a hobby, but for like newcomers, they don't know what they're messing around with. You know what I mean? So that's what I thought about protection, how to go about it, or do a little things to keep yourself safe or something like that.
Will they take a crucifix? Sorry.
Even if it's just down to just doing a little bit of white light and grounding yourself and feeling yourself being grounded, that can help. If you're not closing yourself off completely,
I'm with you.
But you're just giving yourself a bit of grounding. And I know we always say when you're on investigation, you always keep in your head you're inviting spirit in and all this sort of stuff. But if you're grounded and you got your gatekeepers up and they're there for you, I think that's a good idea. I don't do it, but
some people say a little prayer, or they bring a crucifix, or some little huddle in a group together and say some reassuring words. That could be something like that, can't it? You know.
Yeah. Depends on the location you're going into, and etc.
Of course, yeah, that's very good point. Yeah.
All depends on where you are. I think you should always, for each investigation, no matter what location it is, you can't take the same ideas into each investigation.
That's right. Exactly, it's a good point. Very good point. You can't do every investigation the same as they're not carbon copies. They're not like. Of each other, they're all different situations.
If you're going to a battlefield, or you're going to a medieval building, or you're going to a castle, and you're asking out about questions that you used in a modern hospital, or something in the early 20th century, you might not get a response. They're probably standing there going, "What's he talking about?"
This man's a fool. Go away.
Always tailor your questions on your EVP.
You tailor make it for that particular period as well.
Absolutely. It's like when I've done like military places, if I've done like forts or anything that was used in World War II, I will basically ask some questions relating to what regiment were you in, are you in the armed forces, etc. Or if I want to do a sound experiment, occasionally I've done when the place has been used as like during World War II, I'll play the air raid siren and then do an EVP straight after.
It's a figure object, the air raid siren, of course. Yeah, that's a good idea. That, of course, you have the history of it as well. You can ask if some tragic incident there. You can ask questions on that as well. Whatever. Yeah. What about going in blind? Would you recommend doing an investigation blind as well?
I try not to learn the history of the activity that happens in a place. Not saying the history, but I'm talking about anything like you see a grey lady walking downstairs, or the door slams, because I think that gives you preconceptions in your head.
Yeah.
So if you see something out the corner of your eye, your brain is going to go, right, that's the grey lady coming downstairs. You're going to jump to that conclusion. So I try not to learn the activity, but I always have a little bit of history involved.
Yeah, the history. It's history. It's a lot of the history can mix up with local folklore and legend as well. It's trying to untangle that as well, isn't it? Of course, isn't it? Yeah. Get through the layers of what is truth and what is just probably just a an old just a folk story, just folklore, just folk, just something that's probably a myth, the old grey lady or this and that. Yeah.
I think I've got the amount of books I've read, the amount of things I've seen and things like that, where there's either a grey lady, a white lady, lady.
White lady, grey lady.
Yeah, exactly. It's just this grey lady gets out of it.
It's just a story that's been handed down from the centuries, and probably not very little grain or no grain of truth in it whatsoever, isn't it? It's just a good ghost story, isn't it? Possibly, anyway.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, that's what gets a lot of people interested in this field is because there's quite a lot of people out there that likes a good ghost story.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, it's a racket now. These places are charging for ghost hunts. I'll tell you what, because I was going to do. Was it the Coventry's Guildhall, the 14th century Guildhall, and they wanted a huge party of people. They wanted to charge them. I don't know what it was, £300-400, something stupid like that. Honestly, a ridiculous amount of money per adult, and these aren't just 5 people. These are huge. It's just a big damn racket, really. These huge parties of people going around, and you're not going to get any AVPs with too many people in there because they're going to be contaminated. Any possible EVPs are going to be contaminated by too many people milling around the place anyway. It's a big, absolutely ridiculous. They're charging way over the top. Because what? Did I get that right? And this is a beautiful. I've been there. There's a grey lady there apparently as well. There's a ghostly monk. But sorry.
Yeah, I think when it comes to public events, I think that. It's a starting place for a lot of people about to get into the field. They'll go on a ghost hunt. They'll go on a public ghost hunt. And I personally don't have any issues with people going on public ghost hunts because I know that's where I started.
That's that point. I am. Yeah.
I kind of disagree with some venues who jump on the bandwagon saying we are the most haunted house. Because
it's the prices as well. It's the money as well. It's the money they can charge over the top as well. I'm not against that. It's just they charge a reasonable price. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
At the end of the day, the public ghost hunt company is a business, and I know some great teams out there that I work with, and I think they do a brilliant job.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes you're right that some venues out there do take advantage of the paranormal industry by jacking the prices up because they know they can sell it because there's always people who want to do it. I don't feel that. I think I agree with you in a way that there should be a reasonable price.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. You've got to obviously take into their expenses, etc.
Oh yeah.
But at the end of the day, you're not really paying much for electricity because you're normally in the dark. The building's normally lying empty. So I kind of disagree with that some venues whack up the prices just because it's a paranormal investigation. But at the end of the day, that's what it's a business. I think it's always going to happen.
Yeah. I think my friend, his name's Adam Heath, and he's Forest Paranormal. I think they're sort of Worcestershire way, West Country kind of way. I'm not sure. They probably kill me now. I've got the wrong place there. But they had a venue somewhere. I can't remember the name of the castle they were investigating, and they were charging only £30 per person per adult. That's pretty reasonable, I thought.
There are some hidden gems out in this country that are not overly investigated. That are, some of these gems that you can find have never been investigated, and they charge reasonable money. The ones that jack their prices up are basically 9 times out of 10 are either very, very popular with the larger paranormal groups.
Yeah.
And it's a revenue stream for them.
Yeah. The cash cow, isn't it? Actually, yeah. I think where Adam, Billy's investigator, St. Bravis Castle somewhere. I think it's his neck of the woods, that kind of Worcestershire. I think it's that kind of way, you know. It's Shrewsbury, Worcestershire way. Sorry.
St. Bernard or I think
St. Bravis. I'm not sure how to pronounce it now, but he did investigation. I think he did. I think Chris Holton of Haunted Earth did an investigation there as well, I believe as well. Or he did a joint one with Forest Paranormal as well. They're online, their group. Really good, nice people, lovely people as well. He did
gems out there.
Oh, it's they've great. We've got some great groups, like I said. I think I like the way they can cooperate with other paranormal groups as well. Haunted Earth did a co-investigation with Forest Paranormal as well. Chris Holton of Haunted Earth. That was very good. So I don't know where they did that. Excellent, really good. But if they can, I like the idea of co-working with other groups and doing investigation. That's a good idea.
I think it is, because at the end of the day, you can be with somebody that's been in the industry for donkey's years to somebody that's been in it 5 minutes. But
that's
the
right.
person that's been in it 5 minutes might have an idea of how to do something, and you learn from them. As I've always said, there's no expert in the field.
Oh no.
You're always constantly learning.
We bounce off each other's ideas. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's not a field that you have experts. You have people who know what they're talking about, but I would never say they're experts. I don't think there is any.
That's the beauty of the field, I think. No one's not an exact science and nobody's an exact expert, but there's people who do know what they're talking about as well. Yeah. And people pick their brains and learn from what they've experienced, and vice versa as well. This is a good thing about it. Love it. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty. And you can be skeptic and still believe in the paranormal. I thought there's a contradiction in terms, but I know whether people are coming to. I suppose they've been skeptic, not going there thinking, everything they hear is going to be a ghost. They're going to it's powers of deduction. This and that. That could be this. It could be that. That could be explained. And if it's not any of these explanations I come up with, there's a good chance it could be paranormal. That's what they're saying. That's how they do that. That's how they go through that kind of procedure, isn't it? Yeah, isn't it? Yeah.
That's the way you've got to look at it. You've got to look at it that if you can rule out every possible explanation that is physically possible, then you're left with something unknown, and if it's unknown and it's social-wise, it's obviously paranormal. As the name means, what the word means. But you've got to be able to go out and try and debunk everything before you describe it as paranormal.
That's the best approach out. I think that's not to assume everything you hear is going to be. Oh, that noise there in the corner. Oh, there's noise here and there. All these noises is going to be. Oh, that's paranormal. And just go through the process of eliminate to accumulate, I suppose. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's like if it's a building that's been used in the daytime and it's got lights on, it's got heating on. They all go off. The building slowly cools down, so the building begins to shrink again. Because obviously it expands when it's heat. So there's going to be noises, there's going to be funny things, which on digital recorders and cameras sound really, really strange. So you've got to know your environment. You've got to know your environment, where you're investigating, because if you don't know that, you're going to jump to a conclusion when you hear something.
Oh God, yeah. I tell you what, it is really eerie. When you're in a hall, empty hall, and there's all these seats and they're all creaking. Although it's not paranormal, it's still creepy just the same, though. It really is. You know, you can hear everything. Yes, yeah.
When you hear a strange noise in pitch darkness, your mind plays tricks on it. You're thinking,
that's right, yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
You just got to just look at it as in a logical manner and just think,
objectively,
right, okay,
yeah.
that's potentially the heating. That's potentially a draft. That's potentially the building falling down.
That's right. Because TAPS and GAC, they do the same thing, don't they? They do it objectively like that. TAPS and GAC, they go out to debunk things and just say everything's straight up paranormal. That's their approach. TAPS and GAC, they do the same thing, don't they? TAPS and Ghost Adventures, our old friends. That's a good approach to adopt, actually. Yeah, I totally 100% agree with you. Yeah, I think you agree with them as well, Kieran, on that point. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Excellent. Yeah. We're learning. We're drawing your advice because we're trying to pick your brains and learn from you as well. So we're just being novice in the game. So we're just tootling along nice and easy. Yeah? But it's lovely. Thank you for coming on the show and sharing your information with us tonight. That's really interesting what you said there. We'll keep.
My pleasure.
We'll keep in mind of the viewers. Hope people. Is there a chance of anybody ringing in now? Is there? I don't know. There's 20. Just go under 20 minutes remaining. But if anybody's listening in, they're picking all these tips from you, and we are learning from you as well. It's a real pleasure, honestly. It's a good insight into the paranormal and what you explained here tonight on tips and on paranormal things in general. Yeah. Sorry, carry on. Sorry.
You've just got to look at it as an objective manner. It's just like, you can if you watch all the paranormal TV, you watch TAPS, you watch Most Haunted, you watch Haunted Collector, or whatever floats your boat in the paranormal TV.
Yeah.
And you've never been on an investigation before, and you think that you're going to walk into a location. A TV program, 48 minutes and change.
That's
and
right.
You're thinking, before the first ad break, they've had doors flying open, they've had EVPs, they've had this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
But you've got to remember that they could be filming in a location. Most paranormal TV shows film for like 2 days.
Exactly.
So, and they condense it. So
exactly. Yeah.
Don't go on an investigation. Don't go on a public event thinking the next thing you're going to walk in and it's going to be bang, 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 bang. Things. Okay, sometimes you're very, very lucky. Things might happen that way.
And most of the time, it's nothing like that. Yeah. It's a waiting game most of the time. Over a couple. Could be 2 days. Could be a week. Yeah. There could be a couple of days. There could be they could go to this location, spend 5 days there, and on the last day before they go back, they get all this. They get all the paranormal activity. You know, just the way it goes. So what we see there is condensed into a 40-minute show. It's probably you've got to take in mind that it's only probably 1-2 days out of the time we're spending on this location anyway. So yes, that's good. Keep that in mind. I used to think because you think that every time the show they get all these great EVPs and ghosts on film and all this, and it's not the case because they're relatively rare, aren't they?
You've also got to remember how many potential cameras that these shows that I've got filming a location from all these different angles. You think that 9 times out of 10, if you're on an investigation, you've got a handheld camera, pointing directly in front of you, and that's it.
Yeah.
You haven't got somebody behind you with a camera. You haven't got somebody filming you from the front. You haven't got static cameras. You haven't got locked-off cameras. You haven't got this, that, and the other. And so what you actually said, they'd be filming for 9-10 hours, and you think they've got 9-10 cameras. That's a lot of footage to go through.
Oh, God. Yes, indeed. Yeah. The work they're going to do, trawling through the evidence. Yeah, they're going to trawl through. Yes, exactly. They're going to trawl through the potential evidence, and that must take hours on end. Yeah. Oh my God.
I've done investigations where we've reviewed evidence or footage, EVPs, packets, etc. And you can be doing it for weeks because you think potentially you've got 8 or 9 cameras out there.
Yeah.
Then you've got digital recorders, then you've got this, that, and the other, and cameras, and thermal imaging, etc. And you've got to then piece it together, and you can't just skip through it. That's the thing that you literally got to watch it from every last moment, because if you skip over 10 seconds, even 2 seconds, you could miss something.
A lot of work involved. Exactly.
Oh yeah. And obviously, just having the right software for your EVP to be able to do it. Don't mess about with EVPs too much. I see people get absolutely great EVPs. They put them in and they mess about with them, and then it doesn't sound like it was initially what it was.
Oh really?
Recorded.
Oh, I see. No enhancements of any kind. No so-called enhancements or messing around.
I wouldn't slow it down. I wouldn't fast forward it. I would just.
Traffic equalisers. Oh no! Leave it! Don't touch it! Leave it alone. That's where you caught it. Capture something raw and in the moment.
Take out the background noise. Take out the background noise. Maybe build up the volume of it. Don't slow it down. Don't fast forward it. Don't manipulate it in any way, because if you're doing that, you're creating a sound that wasn't what you originally heard.
So don't really touch it at all in any way. No. Just
clean it up a bit.
Only as far as cleaning up, but no more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Once you start slowing it down, fasten it up, and all this sort of stuff, you're then distorting the actual sound you captured the first time round.
So you listen to videos out there, clean your EVPs up. Don't start messing around, fast forwarding them and enhance them. Well, it's so-called enhancing, which you're not really, because
all you're doing is distorting what you capture.
Yeah. Just catch it raw, a bit of cleaning up, catch it more as you caught it, and no more than that. Yeah. Sound advice there, Carl. Very much. We'll keep that in mind as well when we capture anything, because you get that software. You get the digital recorders. I got one of those. I got my friend in Australia got the handy recorder H1. You know, the round one with looks like a round bit, and it's thin, isn't it? The H1 handy recorder, Zoom.
Yeah.
So the basic ones, I think. Sorry. H1 handy recorder, Zoom. Hang on. Yeah. H1 handy recorder, Zoom. The company's called Zoom, I believe. Do you get the software with that? Of course, don't you? Do you get the software to download the EVPs as well, don't you, I believe? Or was that online? I can't remember now.
Yeah, you can basically, there's good software that you can download for free. And that's WavePad and Audacity. Basically, all you do down is you just download for free off the internet.
We tried it. Yeah, excellent. We tried that. Excuse me, sorry. I think we had trouble with downloading ours down, didn't we? With the software for the EVPs, so you can see if you caught anything.
Yeah, we did it a little bit.
Some kind of
just go to download WavePad or Audacity. It's literally just click yes, download onto your PC, your laptop, and then literally all you do is your USB, your digital recorder, and download your files onto your PC. Name them with the date and where you were, which I would recommend to do, so you know that this video clip is from the Tower of London on the 1st of April or whatever.
Excellent. So any listeners out there, that's got a sound advice there, Colin. Thank you.
6 months down the line, you'll just see this A10004, and you think, what's that from? Where's that from? So always label them when you download them straight away.
Indeed.
As quick as you know when you're downloading, don't leave them for days upon days upon days, because you might forget where you do. Always
sound advice.
Session say, this is Stan in the library EVP session.
To start your EVP session, state where you are and the time, dates, everything. Yeah, excellent. I think I did that only once. I did it. I did round University of Warwick. I did total wood, 400-year-old wood near me. I did a investigation near there. There's a great big barrow, big ditch there built by medieval farmers. I thought, see if I catch anything around there. You never know. So I did try. I did actually stake where I was. Total wood, University of Warwick, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't catch anything, though. I did a AVP session around there, but didn't catch anything. And if any noise I did make, whispering, or if I brushed against the plants, any noises, I'd say that's just me brushing against plants. That's me talking. That's me sighing. I did document it, though, just to say, but I didn't catch anything there. It's a learning curve, so for me. Yeah. But
I think it is. You just got to learn from it.
Yeah, that's right. Lovely day out there, but it's very interesting. I found it's a 400-year-old wood, but it goes back older than that. Before it was a wood there, it was just I think it's farmland, and there's a great big ditch. Medieval farmers built this ditch. The ditch is still there. I'm just wondering the chance of catching them still around. You know, they might come. You never know. It's just a thought. You never know.
At the end of the day, it's people say, "Are you investigating people? Are you investigating this, that, and the other?" Sometimes I find that it's the land that has more activity on. So basically, this building could have been there, but you could be picking up something before that building was built.
Exactly, yeah.
And you've also got to determine what type of haunting it is, whether it's a residual, whether it's a grounded, whether
exactly.
it's this, that, and the other. Because it's the famous thing about the person in culture who was working in a cellar, and all of a sudden, at the corner of the eye, he sees this Roman person walk through, and then followed by a Roman legion walking through a wall.
Oh, I heard that. I heard that one, yeah.
And forces everything, but he was confused that everybody was cut off at the knees.
Yeah.
He then drops it, runs out, and then when he basically finally talks about it, on the road was actually a couple of feet below where the floor was. So the reason they cut their knees off is because obviously the rest of it was further down.
That's their time period. That's right. Yeah. That's right.
Their time period, and they didn't interact with him. It was a bit like, as they say, the stone tape theory, where it's just a replay, it's just a snapshot.
Snapshot of time. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, fantastic. I've caught some of that on film. Brilliant, wasn't it? Something like that. Yeah. You always hear about these things, full body apparitions. They're very, very rare, aren't they? Very rare.
I must admit,
Well, EVPs, as you got AVPs, ones you hear with your ears, and there's EVPs you pick up on your digital recorder, you process it later. But they're relatively rare as well in many ways, aren't they? Pretty rare.
Yeah. I think a lot of the stuff is that you've got to know what when you're listening back, when you're doing it, you've got to know what you're looking for. You've got to be listening out. If it doesn't sound right, that's why I like it when I'll initially listen to it live through headphones, and then when I get back, I'll play it through one of the files, the files I look at, and I'll look at the sound waves that appear on the screen. Because if you're not talking and you can hear you're not talking, but then you can see there's a spike in on the screen of the sound wave.
Yeah.
Look at that. Amplify that. So basically, I'm not saying play around, but I'm just boost up the sound on it.
Yeah.
So you can try and hear on it. And do it that way because it's easier to review on a reviewer because you can see the sound wave. Yes, doing a lifetime EVP is great on investigation because you can play it back and you can hear a question, you can hear a response, and then you can tailor your next question to the question that potentially might have been he was responding to. So you can then sort of have a conversation. So that's always quite good.
Oh, excellent! Yeah, great advice again. So, yep. How long have we got left, Kim? How long is the show?
5 minutes.
Is it really 5 minutes? My God, it's flown by. Yeah, 5 minutes. My God. That's sound advice there. I can actually. That's brilliant. I'll keep that in mind. What you said there. Fantastic. Anything else, Kieran? You want to ask a question?
I just can't wait till Carl and Sam get back on air.
Oh yeah, of course.
Well, I can't.
We're hopefully being on air pretty soon. We just obviously we've moved over onto a new platform because one of the things that we found was, particularly we were having guests from America and they preferred the Skype route. We were going to Skype in. So we've now got a platform which we can do everything. We can have the direct call. You can still have people calling in, but our guests can Skype in, etc., etc. So we've just been playing around with that, but we can also do like live videos, so you can actually see my ugly mug on the screen asking the questions. You can see the guests, etc. So we will be coming back online. Sam, I believe, is listening tonight.
Oh, brilliant! Because I'm a big fan of yours and Sam's
listening,
radio
Sam.
show. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm just getting to listening as much as I can actually, because I've not been listening to many radio stations late.
They're all on YouTube and all on our back catalogue on Blog Talk Radio as well. So you can go and listen to any of the shows that we've done. We've had some incredible guests from Bill Chappell, Jay Wasley from Ghost Adventurers.
Oh, really?
Brian, Amy Goodwin, Carmen Reed, Chris Fleming.
Still who's who there, isn't it? My God.
Brian J. Keno, Jeff Ballinger, we've got coming on.
He's a researcher for GAC, isn't he? I believe he's a researcher, I think. Yeah. Of course.
We've got all these guests. We've got some very, very good guests coming up soon. We've had some brilliant guests, obviously, on the show in the past. We're also going to be doing some discussion shows as well. So we're going to be looking at Ghost Adventurers, the new series of that, Haunted Museum, Haunted Possessions. We're going to be discussing that. We're also going to be doing some discussion shows on Paranormal Lockdown, Nick Roth show.
Look forward to that.
And we're also, good thing about it is we're also going to be able to, if I'm out investigating or Sam's out investigating, we can pre-record the shows but still play them live.
Oh, brilliant.
Pre-record the shows and play them live. Excellent idea. Oh.
Yeah, so basically what we do is we do the show and then we'll just basically air it. So we can still basically have the regular shows on, so we know it's Saturday 8 o'clock, 2 hours, there's our show. Thursday 8 o'clock, 2 hours, there's our show. So we're always going to have a show. We're just finalising some details at the moment. We've got some good guests lined up, both from the US and from the UK. So yeah. So it's going to be good. We haven't got an exact date yet. We're still playing around with the new software. So we want to be 100%. I would need to be 100% what I'm doing before I start, because there's more interaction for me to do on this new software than before, where I just turn back and waffle.
I've got 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. My God, we packed in a lot tonight.
Yeah.
We certainly have. I don't know what to say now.
It's been brilliant having you on, Carl. I know how busy you are with work.
You're a busy man, I believe, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We do appreciate you tonight.
Any time. You know, it was lovely to be asked. So if you need any time, it's been a complete pleasure, and I thank you very much.
And you. Thank you.
That was Carl
Hutchinson.
Carl Hutchinson of PSHRadio there, ladies and gentlemen. A really great guest we've had there tonight.